there was an issue there with, they thought that I was trying to scare them or something like that. I had a panic attack for about 5 days because I don't do well without a safety network. So before I left here, my friend Mahalia, I got her on there so you can get a hold of her, and a bunch of other people, Andrew Witcher and Amy Witcher were trying to help me too, and then Maddie Boa, I was trying to get her to come with me, but that didn't end up happening. And on the way back, like I really, Virginia sucked and everything got taken the wrong way, and I couldn't, my phone wasn't working right. It sucked so bad, like, because I was arguing with people, and when I typed stuff, it came out so wrong, like, because the people I was arguing with were being racist assholes. So that, on my new phone that I gotten from, it was Natalie's old phone. It was cracked all over the place, and I'd had a smartphone before that, but I hardly used it for anything other than texting or video games. So this one, I don't know how to do the texting thing, so when I was trying to text her, it wasn't working. So, like, it kept on texting the stuff that I was sending other people, and it was taken wrong. And she said that she'd talk to me if she took stuff wrong like that. That was all the way back in Boulder when I told her I have ADHD and Tourette syndrome and all this other stuff. And like, as long as I'm talking one-on-one, it's not a problem. But if I'm having a panic attack, it doesn't work, and the words don't come out properly, and one word might be missing or another one might, and as a result, it comes out wrong. That's why I try to talk one-on-one instead of in a group of 2 or 3. So I went back to Boulder, and I hadn't actually left Virginia. What happened is that when I was in Virginia, she was going to talk to me, and she hadn't been able to, and she hadn't talked to me, and then we were going to hang out, just me and her, but it hadn't actually happened. And the first time I had hung out on Virginia Beach with her and her sister, and then the second time I'd hung out with her and her sister at the pagoda, and then the third time it was her and her sister on my birthday. And on my birthday I was in the sun all day. It really sucked. So I was out of cash and out of money, and I was freaking out because everybody in my social, my safety network, like Mahalia had gone to Boulder on an airplane, and Andrew and Amy Small, she wasn't getting back to him about a job like she was gonna, and Miss Alicia recommended, she said I could stay behind the cricket store there, and that her boyfriend worked over at the Starbucks next door, so I was staying at the Starbucks there. But the whole thing is that after I left Virginia, I didn't even make it out of Virginia before people were calling me up and threatening me and calling me child molester and stuff like that. I'm like, no, I grew up with that shit. That's not me. That's not ever. And I was like, you know what, here's the thing, call Natalie and ask her. And I tried to get a hold of Miss Maddie at first, and then she was definitely angry at me and called me a creeper and stuff and saying I deserved it. And I was like, no, I don't deserve this. So I let them know after, like, I made a Facebook account to get rid of my Facebook account, and it didn't work. And I kept on having people sending me threatening emails and trying to pretend to be my friend on Facebook, and I asked them where they're from, and then they threaten me and then delete me and whatnot. So I was really trying to get a hold of her to try to help with that. Like, seriously, just tell them, like, when that stigmatism's there and people think you might possibly do that stuff, it doesn't matter that you didn't. It matters that they think you could. And then people are punishing you nonstop. So, like, the places that had some safety and security, and I can't even go because I have people threatening me. Like, so every time this happens, I'm like, I just want it to stop. I probably deleted 30 people threatening me before I saved the 2 that I have on there. But I have the letter that, because people were treating me like a rapist and a child molester, and this whole year I've been having a non-stop panic attack about it. Like, this is not fake stuff that people are doing to me. People are actually doing this stuff to me. Please make it stop. And I tried to go to the hospital, and I tried to get the cops to listen, and they're like, no, we're just going to take you to the hospital. And at the hospital, they're like, no, you just need to take medications. And I'm like, it's not medications that I need. I need somebody who is willing to listen to me, because literally people are assaulting me like I did something that I didn't do, and they just won't stop. And like, the cops didn't even take a report. The ones in Chapel didn't even take a report. So instead they drove me to the hospital in Sydney, and the ones there in Virginia, like, they weren't honest either. They drove me to the hospital and dropped me off and refused to take a report. But even then, like, I wasn't needing them to take a report. I was just dehydrated, and I, was having a panic attack for 5 days. So, like, by the time that I went to the hospital, like, I literally hadn't slept for 5 days, and I was trying to explain that from the get-go. Like, when people take things wrong, I get punished, and then they don't even see it as punishment because they're not autistic. So I try to explain it to them, and then they say stuff like, you're not autistic. And so, like, I told her, hey, you got 24 hours. In 24 hours, like, I've been trying to get a lawyer. I've been trying to get someone on my side to defend me from this. I have nobody will listen to me. If I'm going to get treated like a child molester and a rapist, then I'm going to expose the people who actually did that. So she threatened me, and I got threats from a few more people, and I went, you know what? With all these accumulated threats and stuff, like, I am really sick and tired of all these threats. Please help me make it stop. And I tried to offer to go to the police like 5 or 6 times. Like, I've gone to you guys trying to get this done, but you haven't done anything. So now, like, the only thing that I got going on was that you guys are sitting here with me in a room, and